One of the common statements that I have often heard amongst human beings is, I don't see color. Why do some human beings actually believe they have to make that statement? If you've got eyes, how do you make such statement by saying, I don't see color? Okay. Let's look at it in a different term. Is it literally or metaphorically? Hello everyone, welcome back to Breakage Barriers. If this is your first time of watching, my name is Blessing. What I do here is talk about culture and human habits. If the statement is meant literally, and you've got two eyes and good eyesight, then it doesn't really add up, does it? But if the statement is a metaphorical statement, there can be a twist to the meaning of the statement. So, for instance, when it comes to human relationship, then there's a meaning to it, and we all know what that meaning is. Especially when you dwell in a continent or country where race is an issue, where race is predominant in that society, e.g., a continent like the USA and Europe, and of course some other parts of the world. Because one of the ways of knowing what race we all individually belong is by sight and by sound, which can be categorized into accent. When we speak, we can determine what accent that person portrays, what ethnicity that accent is from. For example, I'm originally from Nigeria. When I speak, it can be determined by some individuals where I'm originally from. And that determination can be round about 60 to 80% correct in most cases. So when someone asks me, for example, where are you from? I'm usually like, can you not see? Does it not tell where I'm originally from? So when people make that statement saying, I don't see color, and then the same group of people meet other people from other parts of the world, and they suddenly know where that person is from, even without asking too much question. For example, somebody like me, it's not rocket science to guess where I might be originally from. So such statement is actually laughable when said, because as humans we all see color. I mean, you can't tell me that when you see a color red as a human, you don't know it's color red, or when you see a color green, yellow, or any color for that matter, you don't know what the color is. And so why make that statement if you see color? I mean, having a good eyesight, you can't see color. It is when it plays out in the race card of this world. And this is hyped in countries whereby racism is an issue, whereby such countries or continents, for example, like in America or in Europe, racism is a problem. And so when people meet themselves, they do see color. When they look at people, especially people that look like me, they see color, but suddenly put up a front, a pretense, shall I say, to say oh, I can see you, but I don't see your color, which is more of a defense mechanism. Because if you haven't seen my complexion, why do you have the need to make the statement by saying you don't see color? Because you do. I can see your color, but I'm not racist. And have you heard that before? When somebody who's being racist suddenly claims he or she is not racist. Therefore, this color specification, human complexion specification, has made us to group and box ourselves in different boxes. So you see someone with fair skin has been grouped with other fair or white skin people as white. And then we have those who are dark skinned, who look similar with their complexion, as black. Obviously, it seems the human complexion has become their identity, which unfortunately has become a weapon of division amongst humanity, even as we relate to one another. As the different complexion that we all exhibit is supposed to be the spice of which is supposed to be something positive, bringing us together as one beautiful human being with different colors and different complexions. Therefore, the obvious physical difference that we exhibit is also meant to be a uniqueness, knowing that we are not all robots of one color, all looking alike. I mean, you could imagine when you have a specific item with one color, they all look alike. There's nothing interesting, nothing unique, nothing extraordinary about the product because they all look alike. There's nothing to differentiate one from the other because they all look alike when it comes to the color, or for human beings, the complexion. So it's really more robotic in that sense. The different complexion that we as humans exhibit is supposed to be our uniqueness in a positive way. Unfortunately, it has become a weapon of division amongst us, whereby we can say, oh, there goes the black people, let's harm them. And it has become a form of an identifier, really, to say, oh, those black people, we don't like them. Those black people, they are not part of us. Why? Because we are white. They look different from us. We don't want to be part of them, and we don't want them to be part of us because we are more superior than they are. Look at their skin. It's become a weapon of hate, a weapon of division, a weapon to murder other people, an excuse to murder other people that don't look like you. It has become a weapon to identify others, as the black people have been grouped as one, to be targeted with hatred, to be targeted by murdering them, to be targeted by tearing them down, to be targeted as the devil incarnate. Our blackness, that word blackness, that word black people, is not an intended positive grouping of people. It's an intended negative grouping of people to be targeted with hatred by murdering them or treating them unjustly in the society. As a human being, as blackness has become a weapon of identifying others as the devil, as evil, as inferior, as poor as the hated one, regardless of location. So there's no difference that, oh, this black person is from Africa and the other black person is from America. Let's treat the one from America better than the one from Africa. That's not the case. Every black person is grouped as black, regardless of location, regardless of the accent of that person, regardless of status. The question is, why has black people agreed to be called black? Because this is a word that has been taken out of hatred. This is a word that has negative connotations, like you have the blacklist, black market, Black Friday, and all negative connotations that you can think of. Why do we still, as human beings, allowing to be called black when we all can see and understand the negative connotation attached to it? Why are a group of people called black and continue to be called black? Especially as we see it play out negatively round the world as a way of targeting negatively a group of people. Thank you once again for listening and watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Take care now.